Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all genders. This is the most interactive wrestling show on the interweb. Welcome to Wrestling with Omer. It is March 23rd, 2025. I am back. No, I didn't go anywhere. I am back. We had some up and down weeks, obviously, for live streaming. We had some up and down weeks for me, even putting out videos, but I am back better than ever. And I got some housekeeping that we're going to be doing probably a little later on in the show. So you guys may have noticed there have been less and less news videos over the past couple of days. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the wonderful wrestling news that has permeated over the last couple of days. The main thing being, of course, the big news. Rey Fenix officially, it looks like, headed to, or signed, I should say, with WWE. We'll look at that. We'll look at some ticket sale updates. We'll also look at some rankings. WWE put out a list, apparently, of the top WrestleMania returns of all time, and you'll get my thoughts on that and so much more. I see Wall Street Money's already in the chat. Guys, you know how it goes here. Put your questions, your comment, your concerns, whatever it is, put it in the chat, and we'll get to it. Going from one atom to another, a stream. I'm glad I got a fan. I'm glad I have at least one fan. Because that is a deep cut. That is a deep cut, Wall Street Money. But I appreciate you. Guys, you guys want to leave a question, go ahead, leave it in the chat. We're going to talk about whatever you want. It's a fan-run show. You guys want to guarantee your question or statement is read out, answered, and mulled upon on the air, be sure to leave a super chat. That is a great way to not only get your chat read out, but also support the channel as well. As, again, as I said, some changes coming. And I think they're going to be for the better, better for all of us. But we'll get into that. Apologies if I'm like a little bit lower energy than I usually am. I am fasting. It is Ramzan, and I am kind of cooked. I just woke up a little bit ago. Did not have coffee, cannot drink, cannot eat, cannot do basically anything other than like stream and create content during the day. So I'm here. And we're just going to ride this baby up. We're doing it live on some Bill O'Reilly shiznit, but we are not Bill O'Reilly because that man is insane. Rey Fenix going to the main roster NXT. It looks like the main roster. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about, those vignettes that have been playing on SmackDown. But before we talk about it, be sure to smash that thumbs up like there's no tomorrow. I need those likes, PB. Let's go. And let's talk about that in a little bit. So a lot to get to, a lot to mull over, a lot to discuss, people. We got so much going on. All right. Let me do this. We're going to actually take a look at some ticket sale updates because I know that's what you guys came here to see. You guys didn't come here to see me answer your question about wrestling, apparently, because you only leaving no questions. But you guys 100% came here to see me talk about these damn numbers and how good, bad, or indifferent they really are. A lot of them are just fine. But let's talk about this. Assuming I can pull it up. There we go. I am smart, guys. All right. WrestleTix, the best source for all wrestling ticket information. Please go follow. They are, I should say, a great source for all of this stuff. Subscribe to their Patreon. They're great. We got the Roast of WrestleMania. This was announced earlier last week, featuring Tony Hinchcliffe, a WWE fan, potential Nazi. We don't know. But one thing I do know is that tickets for this seem to be actually selling. I think tickets for this are fairly expensive, and it seems to be a post-WrestleMania thing. They also have this like set for 9:30 p.m. That is 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 Pacific, because remember, the WrestleMania is in Vegas, therefore they're going to be 3 hours behind the East Coast schedule, so it's going to work out for them. So expect WrestleMania to definitely be over by around midnight, so they expect people to make their way over to this post-WrestleMania rally. All right, cool. Then we got AEW All in Texas. So AEW All in Texas has been the show that people have been talking about. Have they been selling tickets? How have they been doing? Are they going to be able to sell a lot? Well, we have a bit of an answer. So AEW All in Texas, again, July 12th, 2025. Tickets distributed, 12,333. So they've hit over the 12,000 mark. They were right around that 11,000 mark for a while, for well over a month. And they finally got over 12,000. I think as you're seeing the card come together, as you're seeing the natural meshing together of the pieces that are going to play a big part at All In, the Kenny Omegas and the Kazuchika Okadas, the Will Ospreays and company, I would expect this number to go up. I do think that they're definitely going to sell like 15. That's for sure. I think they can do 20. It would be a very, very hard sell, but I do think they will end up hitting 20,000, which would be a good number for them. It's a very healthy number for where they're at in the United States, especially right now. And the setup seems like it's going to be cool. People are going to look at, oh my God, look at all this potential empty space here. But at the same time, I mean, I was at the Rogers Center for Elimination Chamber. There was a lot of empty space, but it felt great because the crowd was into it. And that's really, at the end of the day, what matters. Past 7 days, they've sold 200 tickets. I think that number is going to go up and up and up gradually, of course, over the next couple of weeks and months, especially as that pay-per-view becomes prioritized. I expect AEW to heavily, heavily push that pay-per-view. JBL didn't have an issue. Oh, I got to change the size of this. JBL didn't have an issue with the Hollywood ending match at Revolution 2025. That's interesting. A legend like JBL supporting that. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it was a great match. Like, what can you say about it? Now, if he was complaining about the main event, JBL and I have a lot more in common than I first thought. Wall Street Money says they'll probably do 25 to 30K. I don't know about 30K. I mean, I hope they do. I genuinely hope they do 30K. But it would need to be an insane sell. And the marketing would need to be out of everything. Like, it would need to blow everything out of the water as far as like marketing. Which again, you guys, longtime listeners of the show will know that marketing is not necessarily something that I have praised AEW for in recent years. But can they do it? Of course. I think they're capable of a lot. It's the same company that less than 2 years ago sold 80,000 tickets for Wembley Stadium. Different market, granted, but they still did it. So they are able to do these in specific markets. Texas, I think, is a very, very underrated market for professional wrestling. You have a lot of big-name wrestlers from Texas that you can potentially bring out. You also have, a groundswell of support, I think, over there. They've been running, the Curtis Caldwell Arena in Texas for the past couple of years for the Winter is Coming shows. So I do think that there's going to be they're going to try to send a message with this show. Why does Tony Khan sending wrestlers to news networks for promoting AEW? Why does he? I mean, he doesn't do it as often as he probably should, or I think leading up to it. I mean, they do it. Like, there's clips that are always out there. Like the week of, especially, there's always a huge push for ticket sales, and it works. It really does work. You have, Revolution was a great example of that. Like, they were sitting around like 8,000 tickets, and then the week of, it sold 11,000, and that is a major deal. So it shows you the power of obviously marketing your product well. I just think, and again, they're a growing company. I hope they will do it, but they really just need to be more proactive, especially about these big shows. It's one thing not to be proactive about your Dynamites and your TV, and aggressive in that, but prioritizing your big shows, the all-ins, the all-outs, the pay-per-view events, that is what AEW needs to do with their marketing more than anything. And also your big Dynamites and whatnot. Matthew Rodriguez in the chat says, fantasy question, if JBL debuts in AEW, what male and female would be great for JBL to manage? You tell me first, and then I tell you mine. I don't really want JBL managing anybody, but if I had to pick, gun to my head and all that kind of stuff, I would say, who's JBL mesh well with? I don't even know. Like, it would be interesting to see like JBL and probably someone from Texas, right? Who in AEW is from Texas? I mean, Athena could be a good name. I don't know. Someone on the male side, someone from Texas. Not coming to my mind. No coffee, fasting. I'm tired. But you tell me, Matt. You tell me. WWE signed Craven. I have no idea who that is. Am I being ribbed? It's the movie director. Yep. Yep. That's some movie director. Yep. Thank you, Dime Drawer. Never drew dime. Anyway, Dynamite this week was awesome. Yeah, this week was really fun. I enjoyed it. Matthews is number 1, Hangman Adam Page. Number 2, Mariah May. I could see Mariah May. I don't think Hangman's gonna want anything to do with JBL. Or maybe he would. Predict the all-in card. I mean, a lot of it is kind of, I think, already coming together. But I think Okada and Omega is definitely happening at All In, and I think that's going to be to merge the Continental and the International Championships. I think that Will Ospreay's made it clear he wants to win the Owen. He wants to face Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, at All In, and I think that is the direction they're going to go. Ospreay to have his crowning moment at All In, and then follow it up the following month, at Forbidden Door in London, coming back to a Heroes Welcome over there. And then you also have a big match that seemingly, according to FightfulSelect.com, is potentially happening at Dynasty, that I think that they're going to try to build a big rematch to at All In. That is Athena and Mercedes Moné. So I think that there's a lot that's going to happen over the next couple of months to kind of make that come together. But those are some of the big matches. I also think one to watch out for is Tony Storm and Chris Statlander. I think Chris Statlander has been long overdue for a major win like this, and I think this year at All In she could get it. While we're on it, I think that there was no, and again, this might be wishful thinking on my part. I think that there is a plan in play for FTR to face Cope / Edge and Christian at All In. I think Dax Harwood did not deny Cope the handshake for no reason. You're seeing the dissension between within the patriarchy, I think right now would be the perfect time for Christian to get his back turned on by Nick Wayne and company, and then for Cope to pick him up, and then they go off and face FTR. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Me at my sister's wedding. Me when AEW belt comes out of the briefcase. Dude, inshallah. That belt needs to come out of that briefcase, bro. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I think we're all tired of it. Ain't nobody want to see that belt in that briefcase. Nobody wants to see it. We want to see that belt outside of the briefcase. Because, it's the most prestigious world championship in the world, or at least that's what AEW wants people to believe, right? How are you not going to have that belt, styling and profile and everywhere? Come on, man. Come on. We gotta be serious. We gotta be serious about it. Guys, be sure to smash that thumbs up like there's no tomorrow. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're continuing on. Oh, by the way, did you guys see this? I did want to show a little bit of this. I don't know how much I actually can show, but whatever. If we get in trouble, we get in trouble. I will I will deal with the consequences of whatever. But this is really cool. So Willie Mack, AEW, ROH, and everything else star Willie Mack was on the AEW show with RJ City, and this man is funny. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll link in the chat. But this man is hilarious, bro. Like, bro is just out here. Bro is just out here, like, just being himself, which I think is just amazing. Here, let's just take a look at a little bit.
Willie.
Well, my mom was from St. Louis, Missouri, and my daddy from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Yeah.
That mean they country as hell. So if they say Willie, that mean Willie. No William, no Bill, no Billy, none of that. My name is Willie.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my birth certificate.
Okay.
Willie. Remember that, guys. His name is not Bill. Bill, no William, no Billiam either. It is Willie.
I believe you.
No, I'm talking to them other people out there.
Yeah, they will believe you. You're a junior, though.
Yep.
So your father's a Willie. There's two Willies. That's the legacy. It's a dynasty of Willies.
Well, I guess so. It's a few of us out there flopping around.
Yeah, there's.
Anyway, that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. Then he goes on like do this like tell this story about how like some Filipinos got him into vaping, and it's just one of the funny. Willie Mack, what a guy! What a guy! Came out very endearing in this interview. Go check that out whenever you can. I just really enjoyed that this morning watching that. I was really tired, and then I put that on, and I was like, oh man, Willie Mack, what a guy! What a guy! What's up, Frank G Life? Hopefully you're doing well, Frank G Life. You just reminded me. I got to plug real quick one thing, and then we'll get into the Rey Fenix news because I know that's why everyone is here, and we will talk about that. But you want to talk about being for life, you guys can go over to youtube.com/WrestleVibes and become a subscriber for life because I just released a bunch of new content there this week. We have, of course, a video that's doing very well that I'm very happy with, the Jon Moxley, worst AEW champion in history. It's got over 27,000 views. Go check that out. We also, of course, had a Cody Rhodes video that was very well. And then another Cody Rhodes video, because you guys might not know this, Cody is one of my favorite wrestlers. That was released this morning, and it discusses how the Bullet Club really helped make Cody. So go check that out as well. Anyway, let's talk about, well, first let's answer Frank's question. I enjoy AEW, but where is the future champion of this company when the older wrestlers are gone/retired from the company? I think it's Will Ospreay. I think it's Swerve Strickland. I think it's potentially down the line. I don't think it's going to happen at All In, but down the line, Darby Allin. I think a lot of those people are there. I just don't think in the world title scene, the booking has been there for the past 6-7 months. Obviously, this Jon Moxley stuff has been what it is. It's not good. It's hurting the world title picture, and it's, I think, hurting the company in some ways as well. All right. You guys want to talk about Rey Fenix? Let's talk about Rey Fenix. Well, first of all, what is this? Just announced, Braun Breaker will defend the Intercontinental Championship against Penta tomorrow on Raw. So Raw is going to be at 3 p.m. again. That's going to be that's an interesting matchup for Raw. That's a very interesting matchup for Raw. I don't know. I just wanted to show that. That seemed cool. Well, speaking of Penta, let's get into his brother because we do have a bit of news on the entire Rey Fenix situation. So, I mean, there it is. I mean, if in case it wasn't obvious with all the vignettes that have been playing, Rey Fenix officially signed with WWE. FightfulSelect.com has reported. And there was a follow-up on the Fightful Select report. We go here. Those that at Fightful Select spoke to don't expect Rey Fenix and Penta to speak much about AEW, at least for a while. Penta had told several that he didn't want to talk about on the matter at recent media days. So Penta and Rey Fenix, both in WWE, it looks like Penta kind of been reported that he was potentially going in for a physical recently. Well, the physical seems to have been passed with flying colors, and he is now part of the WWE roster. Now, as far as what this means, I think, we have our answers as far as whether or not the whether or not the vignettes that have been playing on SmackDown are Rey Fenix. I think they are, and I think it's deliberate to have Penta on one roster and then Rey Fenix on the other, and eventually build to them colliding or coming back together as tag team partners. I think it's a good idea. I also think it gives both the opportunity to do something that they haven't really done much of in their careers, and that is stand alone. Penta has done that a lot more than Rey Fenix has, but for a lot of their career, especially on high-profile TV in North America, they have been a tag team. So hopefully this means that we're going to see them kind of do their own thing. Penta is doing very well. Recently, it's been a little up and down, but that's just the booking in the moment. But I think overall, the presentation of Penta is out of this world. But I'm interested to see what they can do with Rey Fenix, because Rey Fenix is genuinely one of the most fun wrestlers to watch. He is, he's like a bullet coming out of a gun. It's just boom, like energy. Like bro is just, he's really so much fun to watch. One of my dream matches for a while was actually Rey Fenix versus Montez Ford, which might not even be a dream match at this point. It might happen fairly soon. Wall Street Money says, you look a lot like Omer Q from KTR. I don't know about all that. I hear that dude's name Big Om. That dude's name Big Om. Or is shout out to Tom Docs Rubbish will say Big Om. Idea, all in Texas. 2 years in the making since Double or Nothing 2023. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter. Yep, that would be great, actually. I would love to see Jamie Hayter get back some of that heat that she had and win the title back. That, again, she lost in like dubious fashion. I was there in the building when she lost it at Double or Nothing 2023 in Vegas. So yeah, I would love to see that. Hopefully, Jamie Hayter figures out that situation. There. Will they be the next WWE Tag Champions in the future? I see a tag team title reign. I mean, like, you have 2 sets of tag team titles. Yes, the Lucha Bros will win the tag team titles at some point. When Hundo P. That's a relief. Big Om was kind of a douche. I think he had some good ideas. I think he was doing just fine. Someone needed to bring positivity and truth to that podcast. Shout out to him. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Lex. Shout out to Keto. The entire Kiss the Ring crew. Shout out to Mr. Dubs, Clint, and everybody else too. Shout out to all of them. And you two loaded. Anyway. Am I forgetting anyone? Oh, UTV. Anyway, either one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the Lucha Bros will win the tag belts at some point. Guys, be sure to smash that thumbs up. The interesting thing about the Rey Fenix situation, too, is this is all happening in the midst of Chad Gable doing this, like, luchador gimmick where he, like, he's literally attacking people under a mask, and people are like, oh, my God, who is it? And it's, like, Lucha Gable. It would be it would be a funny moment to have, like, Lucha Gable, like, thinking he's do, like, some sort of, like, Lucha Open, and then Rey Fenix answers the Lucha Open, and then he just clobbers Lucha Gable. That would be really funny to see, I think. Almost as funny as you guys smashing that thumbs up. 10 of you in here. I need y'all to hit that like button like there's no tomorrow. Lucha Gable is like one of my favorite things going in WWE right now. And this is during a time where WWE, especially SmackDown's just, I mean, not really a fun show to watch in my view. It is what it is. Wall Street Money says, what did I think about the John Cena promo? So I actually did like a full breakdown of this in a video essay I did earlier, which I guess after I answer this question, we can kind of talk about some of the changes that are happening on the channel. But what do I think about the John Cena promo? I thought it was it was very fitting to the character. Like, I know people are immediately, and like I did too, have like they felt a little bit weird because I think people were expecting Cena to come out and be this like really cool heel. But I also see the kind of direction that they went in because they still want Cena to get booed as a heel, which very hard thing to do if he's like the cooler heel. So the way they did it was they had John Cena, the same character, the same vibe, the same music, the same gear, all of it. And instead, the only thing about him that changed, which is arguably one of his biggest like character traits and flaws, was the way he felt about the fans. That was it. He called them bullies. He called them mean. He said they're takers and they take. And now John Cena is getting his. I think it's fitting to the character. I think those emotions, those feelings to the John Cena character, like, bubbled up. And I don't think, like, Wall Street is like, oh, he's like, bro dressed like a Teletubby. He's not cool. He's not meant to be cool. He's not meant to be cool. I think he's meant to be a whiny little bitch, like Cody said. I think that's, like, exactly what they want that character to be. Because at the end of the day, they want you to boo him. Now, what do I think of the promo in retrospect? In the moment, I thought it was really good. In retrospect, I'm like, there's some pieces of it that were probably a little too over the top, but it's John Cena. It's just what he does. And right now, given that he only has like a couple of months left, like about 9 or whatever month, less than 9 months left, I'm going to enjoy it while he's here. I'm going to enjoy this ride. I've been waiting for John Cena to turn heel for a while. I'm just going to enjoy and just see what he does in this final cook, as we say on KTR. CM Punk promo on SmackDown was funny with Roman and Seth because he low-key was talking about Seth and what he was wearing. Yeah, that was like when he was like, he called him Grimace. He was like, you and Grimace haven't beaten me in a match ever. I'm like, yo, that's foul. That is foul. Anyway, I think we have updates to talk about, and then I want to go over. Actually, no, let me go over this list first, and then we'll go updates, and then we'll take some questions and head up out of here. All right. So I saw this, and I really wanted to talk about it. So this right here, WWE released a list of the biggest WrestleMania returns of all time. So we'll just like go through some of these and just talk about it. The Rock at WrestleMania 32. Is this a return? I don't know about all that. Like, I mean, sure, he returned, but he came back. He fought. That's when he fought Eric Rowan in that like 4-second match, and it was fine. It was a fun little segment. But return, Then we got Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 5. That was a very good one. We got Pat McAfee at Mania 39. Was that a return? Return? Oh, man, they are really stretching the definition of commentators returning. It counts? Oh, we are stretching the... You're telling me Pat McAfee returning at WrestleMania 39 to commentate is better than JR? All right, I guess. John Cena at WrestleMania 40. Again, was this a return? It was more of a run-in. Like, what? Because he didn't come back after that. I don't like this list immediately. I don't like this list. I feel like part of me is like, this was done for SEO purposes only. Okay. Rocky Johnson at WrestleMania 30. Yeah, okay, so anybody can return then. All right. Well, okay. So you're telling me literally anybody can return, and it's a return. They just looking for big names. Stephanie McMahon, sure. Yokozuna at WrestleMania 11. Yeah, okay. That's a fine one, I guess. Jim Ross at 15 deserves to be on this list. Taker at 34. Man, okay. Mean Gene, look. I will say, Mean Gene belongs on this list. When he returned at WrestleMania X7 after being away from WWE for almost 10 years, he was the lead interviewer backstage for WCW for that time. Seeing him come back was really cool. So he deserves to be on this list. Again, we're just Putting the names in there. That shouldn't be there. I'm just gonna go. The Rock shouldn't be there. This list is booty cheeks, bro. Like it looks like, bro. This is not a good list. I'm sorry. What is this? Shane McMahon returning to blow out his knee at WrestleMania 39 is the 13th biggest WrestleMania return of all time, over Mean Gene Okerlund and Bobby Heenan returning for WCW hell, over JR at WrestleMania 15. What are we doing here, bro? Over Roddy Piper at WrestleMania. What are we doing? This is a bad list. Horrendous, bro. Horrendous. Like, whoever made this list, man, like I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's a WWE list. Wall Street Money. It seems to be a WWE made list. Who made this? WWE. It's such a bad list. What the fuck? Shouldn't be cursing. That's stuff for the loss. Anyway, all right, let's finish this out. So, okay, Undertaker, WrestleMania 40. Why not? Pete Rose. Okay, Pete Rose made it. Shout out to him, the legend. Stone Cold at 38. That belongs on this list. I would say probably higher, but that belongs on this list. LOD 2000. Okay. I'm not gonna fight it. Sure. LOD 2000 at 14. Sure. Why not? The NWO at 31. All right. You're telling me Billy Gunn running out with his bright green ass sneakers to help ruin Sting's first WWE match? You're telling me Hulk Hogan making that moment about himself? You're telling me the seventh greatest return or biggest return in WWE history? I need to know what someone was smoking when they made this list. This is a psychotic list. This is nasty work. Like, to think this, like, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but this is nasty work by WWE. They just won't say anything. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth reunite. Is this a return, Miss Elizabeth? This is not even a return. This is a reunion. Whatever, bro. Anyway, let's round this out. Taker at WrestleMania 20, 100% belongs to this list. That is one of the greatest returns of all time. I almost fell back in my chair. I didn't even read that. Ultimate Warrior. Returning at WrestleMania 8 over The Undertaker. The return of the Phenom, arguably the best version of The Undertaker. You're putting Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 8 over. Bro, I ain't no con man. I'm not gonna glaze this list. I'm sorry. Shout out to Con Man, by the way. Shout out to Con Man. I don't know you, bro, but I'll keep cooking. But this is insane. This straight up is not even a reunion, but like this is. All right, Hardy's returning at 33. I don't think I'd have it at number 2, but definitely a major return, belongs in the top 10. And then Cody at 38. I'm not gonna argue with that. Cody's return was amazing, but hey, yo, what the fuck is this? What the heck is this list? Oh man, the reaction! What a joke of the list. The PR work is ridiculous. As someone who works in PR, that's exactly what this is. It's just them rewriting history. This is nasty work. This is nasty, nasty, nasty work. Diehard Cody fan here. The Hardy's Board return is better. Probably. Cody's number 1. I mean, I don't. Yeah, The Undertaker probably should be number 1. That's what I would do if you're talking about WrestleMania returns. Like, this is, man. Bro, I'm mad nobody's talking about this not even being a return. Or this just being, this doesn't belong on this list. It was not a good return. Like, Ultimate Warrior just kind of came out And Hulk Hogan did his thing. Where, oh, brother, I lost, brother, or I won, brother. But disqualification in the main event of WrestleMania, brother. Papa Shango ruining the What the heck is this list? Shane McMahon at 39. Okay, get this off my screen. Whatever, man. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. Yes, it's a biased list for damn sure. It's a very bad list. Hardy Boys, I was happy about that when they came out. I think everyone was. So I'm not gonna talk about their fan base. But yeah, no, it's a horrible list. Top 10 worst list. Like, what the hell? It'd be funny if Stone Cold returned at WrestleMania. I think he probably could. I think there's a chance that Stone Cold does indeed return at WrestleMania. Did y'all see that? Was that an ant? Was that an ant? Hell no. We gotta figure that out. What feuds do you want to see for a heel John Cena? CM Punk for sure. I think everyone wants to see that CM Punk, John Cena feud happen one more time. I want to see him versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton as a pure babyface. I want to see, which is not something I ever thought I just want to see. I want to see John Cena eventually versus Roman Reigns one final time and have John Cena go over. And I mean, yeah, give me basically everything else. Give me John Cena versus Sami Zayn. That would be a cook. Give me John Cena versus Kevin Owens one last time. That would be a cook. Wall Street Money. Stone Cold will probably return. He lives in Nevada. Yep, that's where the Broken Skull Ranch is. John Cena versus Roman. That would be a fun time. All right, guys. A bit of housekeeping news, and then I gotta hop on out of here this morning. But you guys may have noticed on the channel there have been some changes, some slight changes, I should say, to the content that I'm putting out. I'll actually just pull it up here. So you can see, past couple weeks I've been trying to do like more news videos, but diminishing returns. I think one thing I am probably going to move away from, I'm still going to cover wrestling news. We're still going to be doing these live streams and talking about it here. I'm planning on doing more watch along live streams in the future, so be on the lookout for those. But I think for the time being, I'm going to focus more on doing video essays, like direct-to-camera video essays, kind of breaking down either big news that week in wrestling, a big topic that week in wrestling, things like that. A lot of the reason is like these news videos kind of take out a lot more of me on the daily than it used to, mentally, physically, mentally, really. And I also do think that you guys are gonna like the more video essay style content, even this Jey Uso video that I had. You can kind of see it's still a direct to camera, but I got some images mixed in there. I think this you guys are gonna really like some of the content on the channel just moving forward. That's my long-winded way of saying that. So more video essays, more breakdowns, more things like that coming to the channel. News will still be covered, especially big news will still be covered as it comes in, but just want to let you guys know that that's happening. Also, I mean, I got 3 other fucking channels I'm managing. We got youtube.com/RealTakeSports. Gonna put out a video over there. Big O might copyright strike that. He might. Nah, fuck that, man. Fuck that, man. I gotta stop cursing. Nah, Big O ain't copyright striking anything, bro. Me and Big O, WrestleMania this year. It's happening. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all. Speaking of WrestleMania, we'll be doing review shows, live review shows for WrestleMania the day after. So that's gonna be a fun time. Tune in for those. And I'm cooked now. I'm sorry you only get 42 minutes of me, and it's low energy Ohm. You guys getting low energy Ohm. Yeah. I don't know what else. Oh, actually, there is one other thing that I do want to plug that I'm sure is going to get the however many of you that are here. I'm going to get some people mad, some people hopefully Really, really happy that this is happening. But there's this new movie that's coming out called The Encampments, and it covers the campus protests that happened Columbia University. You guys can go check this trailer out on Breakthrough News and their YouTube channel. It really shows something that's really near and dear to my heart, and that is the freedom and liberation of Palestinians from um, what I deem to be their oppression in an apartheid state. So please, please, please consider go checking out this trailer and just let people know that this movie is cool, especially during a time where it's very relevant. And yeah, so go do that. I'm tired again. Will Swerve beat Dictator John? I fully expect that. If they don't, if Swerve does not beat Dictator John, that world. I mean, here's the thing. It should be Swerve and Will Ospreay at All In. It 100% should be Swerve and Will Ospreay at All In. I don't know though if that's the direction they end up going. We will see, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm tired now. All right, guys, I gotta go wake up somehow without coffee. Be sure to smash that thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go follow me on Twitch at RealOmerQ for more live content. I'm going to try to go live there over the next month or so more consistently. And we'll still like do this, but that's going to be more of just me doing stuff. So go check that out. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.